everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. We've got over 470 audios for you to check out, and so hopefully there's something in that's useful for you. And so um, uh, today we're going to talk about sensitive people, or HSPs, highly sensitive people. What do they need to be able to be socially in in control or in a strong space? If you are an HSP and you're trying to deal with social interaction, which can be extremely difficult until you know yourself really, really well, please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that. You can do it on Twitter at PO Perception, or you can do it right here through the About Me section of this YouTube channel, which leads to my webpage, and you can go there, check it out, and all that good stuff. Anyway, the first thing that HSPs need is a good bit of rest. And I'm talking about physical sleep, but also relaxation and decompression time. This is super important because when a person who is highly sensitive isn't well rested, their emotions become more raw. And so that means emotional outbursts or emotional overwhelm become more likely. That can be extremely difficult when you're dealing with social interaction, and or if you have social phobia on top of being an HSP. It's a potentially lethal or extremely difficult combination. The next thing to consider is time to recharge on purpose. So, as someone who is an HSP myself, I pick up on people's emotions pretty easily. Luckily, I've learned to create a practice around my social interactions where I don't let it affect me too much. And I also purposely go through periods of meditation throughout the day. And I have processes after I work with clients to make sure that I'm not staying with their emotion too long. But when you don't know how to do that, the first thing you need to do, or one of the key things you need to do, is find a way to recharge on purpose. Whether it's listening to music, watching your favorite television show or Netflix series, or going for a walk and being in nature, find a way to recharge. Now, some people will need to recharge throughout the day, meaning they need small breaks. Other people can have a really busy day and then recharge the next day. Some people can string a couple days together and then need like a crash day. So each type of HSP is different, but it's necessary to learn your own kind of ideas or ways to manage yourself. For me, I know that I'm a one day on, one day off kind of person. So I need, if I'm going to be dealing with a lot of face-to-face interaction with people, I need a day in between that, and then I can recharge and be good. Now, some people can recharge with just like half an hour, couple hours, but not everyone is that way. Next thing to consider is they need problems to solve or things to work on. And I'll blend this together with another thing on my list, causes. So in the day-to-day reality, there needs to be a why for an HSP in everything they do, whether it's why am I having this conversation, why am I going to the store right now, why am I, interacting with this person who is stuck in a bad situation, what's my cause? On a larger level, causes are about social activism or something that matters to them, whether it be preventing bullying, whether it be feeding the homeless or the hungry, whether it be being involved with one's church or another type of civic organization, whether it be helping family. There has to be a why behind the actions that an HSP takes. Otherwise, things kind of feel like they're not ever gonna balance. The next thing that's super important is progress. So an HSP will take it personally when they don't see daily, weekly, monthly progress towards whatever they're trying to accomplish. It doesn't matter how small, but the progress needs to be there. So let's say I set out to say I'm going to clean my house. Okay, well, at least I today took the boxes out of the leftmost corner of the room and they're all sorted. And then tomorrow I can finish that room and move on to the next. As long as there's a progress mentality behind the process of whatever it is that I'm focused on, then I can feel good. When an HSP doesn't feel like they're making any progress whatsoever, life becomes overwhelming because it's like, well, why am I here? I'm a failure. What am I doing wrong? Why haven't I accomplished more? And all of that stuff. So, the last thing that's really important is an HSP having a schedule. Now, depending on the level of anxiety that the person struggles with, will depend on the intensity of the schedule. Some people, like me, but that I'm using myself as an example just to show you how extreme it can get, will schedule their day down to every quarter hour, which is the way I was trained when I did production assistance work. Is I was trained to get life down to quarter hours, 15-minute segments. Other people just need an afternoon schedule, a morning schedule, and stop times for each activity. Some people just need, I'm going to get the following things on this list done today. But an HSP needs a schedule to be able to maximize the use of their time in a way that makes sense to them. So hopefully this audio has been helpful to you. If there's something more I can do, please feel free to reach out. And until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.